welcome to Rufus and Doofus. Chico here. It's Sunday, and just a real quick video, and I'm hoping I can get it up. I gotta stop saying video. I gotta start using video. I don't know what's the matter with me. Holy smokes, my lips don't work. Well, in any case, the day before, I was driving around here in the lot, and in Pepper, and I picked up a screw in my passenger side rear tire. I thought it was going to be worse of a leak than it is, but in any case, I was lucky enough to spot it because of the TPMs, and I noticed that I had low pressure in one tire. So I went out, and sure as heck, right there, right on, about 2 treads in, was this nice sheetrock screw, part of it, sticking out of the tire and bent over. And it wasn't leaking that I could tell, and it must have been there a while. But what I did is I unscrewed it, and I borrowed a tire repair kit from Albi because I couldn't find mine. I don't know where I put it. But in any case, when I unscrewed the screw, no air came out of that hole. And normally, if it's a small hole, it doesn't, but it really does. You just don't know it. I couldn't hear it. I put some water on it. I didn't see any bubbles. So apparently the screw did not get in that far, or maybe there's not a leak there. Maybe it's someplace else. But hey, I mean, find a screw. Usually in your tire, you're going to have a leak where the screw was and not someplace else. So I was going to run the reamer through it, and then I says, if the hole is that small, and why make it bigger and put a plug in when there's this miracle product out there that I have used many, many, many times in the past, and it's called Slime. And it's fairly new. It hadn't been around for more than 10 years, I don't think, but the stuff really works. And I used to use it up north. I had a snow blower, and I had a lawnmower, lawn tractor, and I had a dolly, furniture dolly with pneumatic tires on it. And every time I went to grab the dolly, the tires were flat. Every time I went to go mow the lawn in the spring, the tires were flat. Every time I went to start the snow blower, the tires were flat. I mean, I just had it with that, right? So as a preventative measure, I bought a couple of these, and I put it in the pneumatic tires on the dolly, and I put it on the snow blower. God, I can't talk. And I also put it on the lawnmower. And you know what? For years, leave it over winter and everything, never a leak. They were always nice and full and hard. So that made a believer out of me. The product itself says that it's good for 2 years. It stays liquid until it actually contacts the air where it has to do its job. It seals the tire bead around the tire and everything. That's where a lot of the snowmobiles and dollies and lawn tractors leak. So it does a nice job of that. And then one day I had a leak in my GMC 1500 truck. And it was also in a rear tire, but it was on the driver's side. And what I had done was I ran over a piece of metal in the road, and it put about I'd say a 1/16 of an inch hole in the tire. This will seal up to, I believe, 1/8 of an inch or a 1/16, something like that. Oh, wait a minute. 1/4 inch. What do you know? Didn't know that. So up to a 1/4 inch. They do make one specifically for cars that have TPMs on the tires, but I noticed it didn't really make a difference on my old truck, and so, whatever, it's up to you. But I put it in that tire. And the reason I did was I didn't have a tire repair kit, And I put in the recommended amounts, which for a truck tire or a car tire, depending on the size, but a car tire is like 20 ounces of this stuff. And I put it in there, and the way my memory is, I forgot all about it. And I was driving it for, oh man, I must have drove it 3 more years after that, to the point where I actually wore the tires out. And I brought it to Walmart because I needed new tires, and when they took the tire off, this stuff was still in there, and it was liquid. But it never, ever leaked. And to be honest with you, I used to go fill my tires up, you know, check the pressure on them, and every once in a while I had to put air in the front or whatever. I never had to put air in that tire. And that's when my battery died. So, let me retract. So once in a while I'd put that slime in, you know, or no, I'd check my tires in the truck. I got all confused there. And it was funny because I never had to put tire in that one, or tire, never had to, might as well give up today. I never had to put air in that tire that, that had the slime in it. So, make a long story short, I always carry one of these because there's going to be a day where I'm probably on the highway or something and I don't have time to mess with a, you know, a plug. But I do have a compressor and I have the other tools necessary where I can put this stuff up and at least get myself to a place that I can either put a plug in or also to a place where I can get a tire repaired or replaced. Now you might say, well, why not just plug it when you're out there? Because sometimes you cannot find where the puncture is in a you know, a given amount of time. You want to do it quickly if you're broke down on the side of the road. So no, I'm not gonna, you know, start spitting on the tire and looking for a hole, especially on a dually. It might be the back tire, you know, and probably will be. But in any case, they make one of these. It also comes in a can. It has compressed air in it, so that when you break down, you don't have to you know, you don't have time to put a compressor on it. You don't have a compressor on board, whatever. They make a can that comes with the slime. Just fill up your tire, kind of like Fix-A-Flat used to be. And they also make a kit. A small kit with the slime and a little 12-volt compressor that you can get. So I just wanted to tell you that the stuff lasts for 2 years. It'll fix a flat that has a 1/4-inch hole in it. Make sure it's in the tread though. You know, if it's in the sidewall, boy, it might get you to a gas station or something. But sidewall punctures, you just can't repair them, especially on the steel-belted tires. It just does not work. Tread punctures works great. I've had tires get punctures and plug them the normal way. They've lasted forever. And surprisingly, that truck tire of mine lasted forever with this stuff in it. It can, however, on smaller vehicles, I think there's so much of the stuff in there, you can get some vibration on the tire. So, you know, you may want to get it repaired properly and take the slime out because it's quite a bit of fluid. Technically and theoretically, I would imagine it would balance itself inside of the tire. I remember once some guy had an invention with some stuff you put in your tires. It was like, I don't know, marbles or BBs or something. And theoretically, they would go to the point where the tire was out of bounds. I don't know if I believe that stuff, and I don't know at what speed that happens. But the trade-off for the convenience, that's what I'm going to do today because I don't know if I have another puncture in that tire or not. If there is, I sure didn't see anything coming out. And it doesn't go flat for 2 days, 3 days. So that's telling me that whatever it is very small. And I'll bet you this stuff here is going to take care of it. Like I say, it stays liquid in the tire for up to 2 years. That's what the manufacturer claims. I'll bet you it's far more than that. But if it's going to leak out, and if it's not a gigantic hole, you know, that you can't stick your hand in, 1/4 inch, it says, don't go above that, I think that this thing will just keep sealing that tire forever. You know what I'm saying? At least that's the theory, I hope. I know a lot of you are going to say, blah, 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 no good, doesn't work for me. Well, my experience is that it has worked for me. It's like $9 for a 24-ounce container, and you know $9 is a lot cheaper than a tow or some mechanic coming out and changing your tire in an emergency. So I recommend it very, very highly. I wouldn't lie to you guys. I'll put a link down on Amazon. I think they have it at Amazon. I purchased mine someplace else, but I can't remember where I got this. I might have got it on Amazon, but I doubt it. But I'll put a link down there. At least you can read about it if you punch up the info. And by the way, on the links, you guys know I am a Amazon, what do you call it, associate, whatever. They have whatever. If you click on my link for a product, Amazon is kind enough to send me a couple of shekels, and I mean very little. I'm never going to get rich off of that, believe me. But it helps, you know, it helps out with everything. Rufus's food expenses are definitely a concern. So, yeah, click on the links. Very good stuff. That's all I wanted to tell you guys. Instructions are very clear, and I believe there's even a video online. I did own the one with the little compressor. I still have that little compressor and it works. So in a jam I would use it. But right now I am going to be using this nice compressor that I got for the RV, which is from Sears. And it works great, and it'll pump up to like 125 or 150 pounds, something like that. So I don't need that much, but hey, what the heck. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. And above all, even with flat tires or whatever, there's no reason not to be happy. I'll let you know when it's time not to be happy. It would have to be something real serious. Little things, you can still be happy. Take care. Bye-bye.